Hello everyone, you have come to Tata Comic Preview channel. Let read together. Have fun. Emo Xinglu and Xian Chengzi had been coveting birth chart beasts for a long time now. Previously, researches on birth chart beasts were all controlled by the Sky Martial Court and Yu Qinshu. Now that Yu Qinshu had died, every sect had a chance of obtaining a birth chart beast. Needless to say, they were unaware that the birth chart beasts in the Red Lotus domain had long been monopolized by the Black Lotus domain. The Void Sect's Xian Chengzi said, "Old sir, I'm sure you've seen the thousands of cultivators from our three sects battling these three birth chart beasts for a long time. As soon as you appeared, you demanded 2 life hearts. Isn't this a joke?" They were old and cunning people who had lived for a long time and could hold their own for so long in the battle against the birth chart beasts in the Eastern Forest Mountain. How could they not have an opinion at all in regards to Lu Zhou's demand? The Seeking Heaven Sect's Zheng Yan had expended a lot of energy in the battle, and he looked rather miserable at this moment. If it was possible, he did not want to make another enemy. My disciple risked his life to attract the Shichu and the 2 Shangaos. Our Seeking Heaven sect lost more than 10 cultivators. After sacrificing so much, how can we give up on the birth chart beasts? Lu Zhou stroked his beard and nodded. I'm not an unreasonable person. However, the birth chart beasts weren't attracted by your disciple, they were attracted to my disciples. Emo Xinglu, Xian Chengzi, and Zhang Yan looked at each other in dismay and confusion. After a moment, Emo Xinglu smiled faintly and said, "Old sir, you can't prove that it was your disciples who attracted them, right? It's impossible for one person to attract 3 birth chart beasts." Xian Chengzi agreed. Birth chart beasts are territorial. Under normal circumstances, if one birth chart beast appears, another birth chart beast won't appear in the vicinity. Naturally, there are exceptions. In history, there were birth chart beasts that appeared in groups. In the case of Shangaos, they usually appear in a pair. I think my words are reasonable as well, right? Lu Zhou looked at Xian Chengzi and said, "You're right. However, it doesn't disprove the fact that these 3 birth chart beasts are attracted to my disciples." This Xian Chengzi was rendered speechless. Zhang Yan had paid a huge price to come to this stage, how could he be willing to give the birth chart beasts up? Therefore, he said, "Then let's invite the old senior's disciple here. We can just speak without showing evidence, right? Are you implying that I'm lying?" Lu Zhou said as he glanced at the 3 birth chart beasts that were on the verge of collapse. Under the constant onslaught of attack from the nascent divinity tribulation realm cultivators, the birth chart beast's strength had greatly decreased compared to earlier. The ground was in a mess. Many trees had fallen to the ground. The smell of blood permeated the air above the western sky of the mountain range in the eastern forest mountain. Emo Xinglu heard the anger in Lu Zhou's voice, so she said, "Old senior doesn't look like someone who lies. However, what we said is reasonable as well. In your opinion, how do we determine whose disciple attracted the birth chart beasts?" Bang! Bang! As a tide of energy swords swept out, the 3 birth chart beasts finally fell. The members from the 3 sects surrounded them and dug out their life hearts. 1 for the True Kunlun sect, 1 for the Void sect, 1 for the Seeking Heaven sect. With this, the distribution of the spoils of war was completed. The injured disciples rested and healed their injuries. The ones who were uninjured rose into the sky and formed a large formation. When Emo Xinglu saw that she had obtained the life heart, she said, "Old senior, do you know about the Skywheel Mountain Range?" The Skywheel Mountain Range? Lu Zhou was puzzled, not knowing why she brought up the Skywheel Mountain Range. Emo Xinglu said, "During the battle in the Skywheel Mountain Range, Yu Qinshu was killed by a 10-leaf expert. After that, a 1,000 realms whirling expert appeared in the capital. Xian Qingji and I were lucky enough to meet that expert." Emo Xinglu's words clearly meant that she would not give up the life heart. Second, she implied that she knew the 1,000 realms whirling expert. Therefore, it was up to Lu Zhou if he wanted to offend the 1,000 realms whirling expert. Since Emo Xinglu said these words, then Lu Zhou could only reveal his identity. As a 1,000 realms whirling expert, there was no need for him to lie. He could easily make them see reason. Forget it. Lu Zhou stroked his beard and nodded. Actually, I am the buzz. A buzzing noise rang in the air as a figure streaked across the sky from afar. The thousands of cultivators were shocked and looked in the direction of the sound. A 350-foot black thousand realms whirling avatar towered over the northernmost area of the mountain range in the eastern forest mountain. Then, it flew over at a low altitude. The astrolabe unique to a thousand realms whirling avatar shot out a beam of light at lightning speed, causing all the cultivators present to freeze in fear. Thousand realms whirling avatar. Mo Xinglu, Zhang Yan, and Xian Chengzi cried out in surprise. Let's go. It's too late. When a 5-chart thousand realms whirling avatar appeared out of thin air in the Skywheel mountain range, the Red Lotus domain was in a state of panic. It was only after a long time had passed that they gradually forgot about the Black Lotus domain. How could they not be shocked when they saw another Black Lotus cultivator? The thousand realms whirling avatar was so fast that the trio did not even think of escaping. To their dismay, after the appearance of the Black Thousand Realms whirling avatar, not one, but 6 cultivators in black armor wielding halberds appeared as well. Perhaps, it was an illusion or it was their fear of the strong, but they felt these 6 people could destroy the earth if they wanted to. In just a blink of an eye, the Black Lotus cultivators had already covered a huge distance. Lu Zhou looked at the height of the Thousand Realms whirling avatar and the 6 people. It was likely the 6 people were from the Black Guards. After all, blackguards operated in groups of 3s. Therefore, these people must be 2 groups of blackguards. The manifestation of the Thousand Realms whirling avatar and the power of the birth chart were just to flex their muscles, warning everyone present to not act rashly. Lu Zhou had to admit the effects were not bad. None of the 1,000 cultivators dared to breathe loudly, afraid they would anger the Black Lotus cultivators. In fact, cultivators with 9 leaves and 10 leaves had always had a feeling that there was a greater force controlling things in the Red Lotus domain in the dark, causing them to be unable to move forward in their cultivation. Over the years, there were those with curious minds and adventurous spirits who were unafraid of death trying to unearth secrets. The Sky Martial Court's Luo Xian was one of them. There were also people like Yu Qinshu who were obsessed with finding birth chart beasts. Finally, there were people like Xiahou Shang who were willing to be lackeys of the Black Lotus domain. The 6 blackguards had varying body sizes, they were tall, fat, short, thin. However, their armor was the same. Lu Zhou felt confident fighting a 1 versus 3 battle, but 1 versus 6 was a bit difficult. He wondered if he should retreat. There were also the 3 sections. Unless he used the peak trial card. An indescribable pressure descended on the mountain range in the eastern forest mountain immediately. Mo Xinglu and Xian Chengzi instinctively retreated a few meters. The 6 blackguards hovered in front of the thousands of people, their backs facing the setting sun. After some time had passed, the blackguard standing in the center of the group of 3 to the left said solemnly, "Hand over the life hearts." The members of the Seeking Heaven sect, naturally, did not dare to refuse, but they were incredibly unwilling to give up the life heart. After all, they had paid a huge price to obtain it. However, what other choice did they have? I'll say it another time, hand over the life hearts. The blackguard's voice lowered by an octave, causing people to shudder. Zhang Yan felt unresigned, but so what? He could only say through gritted teeth, give it to him. A cultivator from the Seeking Heaven sect picked the life heart up and flew up. Very good. The blackguard was clearly satisfied with the Seeking Heaven sect's performance. Mo Xinglu and Xian Chengzi could only wave their hands as well. The cultivators from the True Kunlun sect and the Void sect flew up, each holding a life heart. Very good. The blackguard nodded slightly and repeated these 2 words. As the saying went, plans can never keep up with changes. Lu Zhou did not expect matters to take such a turn. However, as a 4-chart expert, how could he let others snatch the life hearts away from him? Wait. Lu Zhou flew a few meters forward. The 2 Shan Gao's life hearts belong to me. I'm afraid I can't let you have it. Xian Chengzi, Mo Xinglu, Zhang Yan. The trio thought the old man must have gone crazy because of his obsession with life hearts. It was one thing to demand the life hearts from them, but to demand the life hearts from the Thousand Realms whirling experts from the Black Lotus domain, it seemed like this old man did not want to live a long life. The eastern side of the mountain range in the eastern forest mountain was as silent as a graveyard. As a result, Lu Zhou's words were extremely loud and clear. Mo Xinglu hurriedly tried to hush Lu Zhou. Old senior. The others were on the verge of tears. You crazy life heart-obsessed old man, even if you want to die, can you not drag us into the water with you? The blackguard in the center of the trio on the left looked at Lu Zhou. Your life hearts? Lu Zhou's expression remained unchanged. He stroked his beard with one hand while the other rested on his back. That's right. The blackguard nodded before he said in a low voice, well, from now, these life hearts belong to us. We, the Black Guards, will take them away. Can you hear my words clearly? Lu Zhou said, I can hear your words clearly, but I don't understand them. You don't understand? Buzz. A 450-foot Black Lotus avatar appeared in front of everyone again. It was even more majestic and eye-catching up close. The black energy around its body was like moonlight shining in ink. The lotus and the 10 leaves were black as well. The black astrolabe at the back gave it a mysterious air. The lights on the astrolabe glinted like the stars in the galaxy. This was the Thousand Realms whirling, the dream of all 10-leaf cultivators. If a pin dropped now, the sound would probably resound in the mountain range. The blackguard withdrew his avatar before he asked, do you understand now? Mo Xinglu, Xian Chengzi, and Zhang Yan quickly nodded. I understand. Lu Zhou. To think that I was trying so hard to reason with these 3 people earlier. I should have just shown them my avatar. The blackguard looked at Lu Zhou and repeated his question, do you understand? Lu Zhou shook his head. With this shake of head from Lu Zhou, the 3 10-leaf cultivators felt as though their hearts had dropped to the ground. If the old man angered the Thousand Realms whirling expert, they would be buried together with him. How could this old man be so unreasonable? Mo Xinglu and Xian Chengzi hastily spoke up one after another to prevent Lu Zhou from speaking. I'm sure the old senior understood your meaning. Seniors, please take the life hearts away. That's right, just take them away. Unfortunately, the blackguard did not seem to be appeased by their words. He stubbornly waited for Lu Zhou's reply. Lu Zhou said, isn't this daylight robbery? The blackguard flew forward dozens of meters and landed in the center of the group. He gripped his long halberd and said airily, humans are not born equal. At this moment, the blackguard standing in the center of the trio on the right finally said, there's no need to waste words with him. We just need to complete our mission. All right. The blackguard nodded slightly. Then, he waved his hand casually. The ink-like energy surged and collected the 3 life hearts. The blackguard's movement was not fast. He deliberately let everyone have a good look as he took the life hearts away. The life hearts were halfway across from the blackguard when Lu Zhou flicked his sleeve. Just like that, the 3 life hearts shot into his sleeve one after another. The Black Guards. Xian Chengzi, Mo Xinglu, and Zhang Yan. After obtaining the 3 life hearts, Lu Zhou said indifferently, you're right. Humans are not born equal. Lu Zhou put away his fate core and said indifferently. Under the heavy armor and masks, no one knew what the expressions of the Black Guards were like at this moment. However, one could see the blackguard, who was standing in front, tightening his grip on his halberd. Goodbye. The blackguard raised his hand, and a black palm seal sailed toward Lu Zhou as it grew from small to large. The 6 blackguards waited patiently for the old man to be smashed into pieces. The thousands of cultivators held their breaths as they looked at the black palm fearfully. They shook their heads and sighed inwardly. Swoosh. Lu Zhou's figure turned blurry, and he arrived in front of the blackguard who launched the palm seal before he struck with his palm. Bang. Lu Zhou's palm strike landed straight on the blackguard's chest, returning the favor. The blackguard widened his eyes in shock, caught off guard. As he was sent flying back a few hundred meters like a cannonball, a dent on his armor could be seen. He grunted before he spat out a mouthful of blood. Captain. One of the blackguards caught his injured captain. Even then, the force was so strong that he was also pushed back a few meters before he managed to come to a halt. The scenery of the eastern forest mountain was pleasing to the eyes. If it were not for the thousands of cultivators crowding here for the 3 life hearts, it would be perfect for one to enjoy the scenery. Alas, at this moment, the blood permeated the air, speaking of the many lives that were lost here, stirring up fear in people's hearts. It had always been like this in the cultivation world. Death could come upon a person in just a blink of an eye, and sometimes, one would not even know how one died. Mo Xinglu, Xian Chengzi, and Zhang Yan were shocked. However, the trio's shock was nothing compared to the blackguard's shock. The armor hid his expression, but his exposed eyes revealed enough shock. At the same time, 10,000 questions arose in his heart. Who was this old man? Why was he so powerful? Why was such a powerful person so modest and reasonable? This palm strike was just like an appetizer. Zhou knew that it would be a little difficult to fight 6 of them alone. Moreover, it would be a huge loss to waste a deadly strike card on these people. He recalled some information from the book he read. The essence of the birth charts resided in the birth palace. If the birth palace was destroyed, the birth charts would be destroyed as well. At this moment, the 6 blackguards regrouped and formed a line. The armor on their bodies seemed to have an inexplicable connection. Apart from them being identical, there seemed to be energy that linked them. The blackguard whom Zhou sent flying was the captain of the group on the left. He endured the excruciating pain in his chest and asked, "Senior, who are you?" "It doesn't matter who I am. The life hearts belong to me. We, the blackguards, are just following orders. Why must you make things difficult for us?" The captain asked. "Making things difficult? I didn't see you acting this way earlier." Zhou shook his head disapprovingly. It was fine if the blackguard did not speak, but he could not help feeling angry after listening to these words. Since when did following orders become an excuse to bully others? The blackguard decided to compromise. "There are 3 life hearts. Why don't you take one, and we'll take the remaining 2? Zhou shook his head. One of the captains said again, "Your strength should be around that of a 5-chart expert. These low-level life hearts are useless to you." Upon hearing these words, the thousands of cultivators were shocked. The blackguard who appeared domineering and mysterious earlier was actually speaking so politely. Meanwhile, Xian Chengzi, Mo Xinglu, and Zhang Yan wanted to slap themselves. Even the blackguard had to compromise with the old man. To think they wanted to take advantage of the old man earlier. Zhou said, "I've already said I want all 3 life hearts." The captain of the team on the right brandished his halberd. The sound of energy resonance rang in the air. In front of everyone's eyes, 1, 2, 3,000 realms whirling avatars appeared like 3 twinkling black stars. Upon seeing this, the team on the left tacitly manifested their avatars. 4, 5, 6,000 realms whirling avatars. The 6 avatars, 4 short and 2 tall, formed a line. The tallest were 450 feet tall while the shortest was 400 feet tall. Among the 6 of them, there were 2 4-chart experts and 4 3-chart experts. The average strength of a blackguard was just as Yan Jinlua had described.